this next segment is going to be exciting. We opened the show with her, and I'm just blown away by all the achievements that she's made all these years, and still very young, but really had a lot of impact. Vera Hamenupeda, she's here. Also known, or better known, as MzVee. Good morning.
Hi, I'm so happy you were able to pronounce my name. Wow, that's very strange.
Well, yeah, I've been practicing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for trying.
So how are you?
I'm fabulous. I'm really good, thank you.
All right, so let's go back a little bit. Mm-hmm. Where did you grow up? Where were you born? Where did you grow up?
Okay, I was born in Accra, in a hospital inside Labadi.
Okay.
And yeah, so I lived in Labadi for about 6 years of my life with 3 other siblings, my mom and dad. But unfortunately, we were really, really poor. So I grew up in Labadi. We were squatting in a family member's house, and so it was 6 of us in one room growing up for about...
I think we have a picture there. Over there.
Oh yeah, that's Labadi actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was there for 6 years of my life. I have older siblings. I'm the last born, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the firstborn, she's a lawyer.
Okay.
Rosalind. She works with Samson Ladi and Yanini.
Okay.
I don't know if you know him.
Yes.
And then the secondborn, he is in the States. He's a chef.
Okay.
And then the thirdborn, Margaret, on social media, she's known as Margie, or the Beauty Bar by Margie. She is a beauty therapist. Okay. And then you have Sweet V. So yeah, I grew up in Labadi for a bit, and then moved to North Kaneshi. God was good to us, so we were able to upgrade from squatting in someone's home to moving into a family compound house now, but we now had our own section. So there were 2 rooms between 4 kids.
So a little bit more privacy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and yeah, but God has just been good ever since, and things just got better and better and better. Yeah. My mom, she's a caterer. My dad used to deal in spare parts, but he sort of gave that up to help my mom with the restaurant chop bar business.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Super. Now, when you look back on your childhood growing up, are there any things that you can see clearly, these things have impacted who I am today? What are some of those experiences?
Definitely. This is one that I've been saying for a while now. The one thing that impacted my life, and I think it was a bit negative, was the fact that I didn't have a social life growing up. Okay. I grew up in a very strict Ewe home. Okay. You know, Ewe parents are like, they're really strict.
The strictest of the strict.
Yeah, didn't have friends coming over, play time, you know, going out to parties, didn't do none of that. So coming into music from how I was, which was always by myself, the switch was really difficult for me. So first 2-3 years of my music career, I was always getting bad comments about my attitude because they said I was not nice, I wasn't friendly. But it wasn't that I wasn't friendly or not. I didn't know how to
do that.
I didn't know how to communicate with people. So that's one thing that affected me, but unfortunately was bad. One thing that also had a big impact was just my upbringing in general. My mom, she is a staunch Christian, and she taught us to cook, make our own meals, clean the house. And some people say I'm very ladylike. It's because of my mom and my dad. So, yeah, that's one of those. And then we always used to sing growing up. So.
Tell us about Martin de Porres.
So, yeah, Martin de Porres, we all went there. I loved Martin de Porres. I think it was one of the stepping stones to making me who I am today. Yeah, I went there for kindergarten, primary, and GSS, and then I moved to St. Mary's, and then Central University to Ghana Technology University.
So let's focus on St. Mary's.
Okay.
I love secondary school for one reason. I think it's probably the most impactful transition period. Okay, that's from Mary's, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So are you still friends with them? Those two?
I haven't heard from them in a long time. We were entertainment prefects.
Okay.
So I was the second assistant.
Okay.
And then the first assistant is a very cute one. I mean, the first one.
Okay. The one on the left is the first assistant?
Yeah. And then the LC was the boss of us. Yes.
The one on the right, that's LC. She was the NTP.
Yes.
Okay, right. Now, secondary school, it has this thing where you're probably going to be most impacted by your experiences within those years in secondary school. How was Mary's like for you?
I absolutely hated secondary school.
Okay, why?
Because, like I said, I didn't have a social upbringing. So going into the first day, they left me at boarding house. My mom and dad went to drop me off. It was the beginning of a disaster because I was just in a place with so many people. I didn't know how to communicate. So for 4 years of my life in secondary school, it was me going to class alone and coming back to my dormitory alone. I didn't really know how to make friends, so it wasn't so fun. Yeah.
When do you feel that you began to transition from the, maybe I should say, a recluse who didn't really know how to interact and communicate and all that, to what we see now as probably a bit more of a social butterfly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, in the first 4, 5, 6, in fact, that's most of my career, I was really just acting what I knew socialization was. Okay. But now, I'm actually very easy with it. I don't force it. It took a really long time, but yeah.
Tell us about your happiest day.
My happiest day?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a tough question. My happiest day. I have so many.
Okay, so give us an experience. Share with us something that you would say, this one is definitely one of those days that I'm so happy every time I think about it.
Okay, can I say the first song I released coming back after a year-long break.
Which was?
Sheriff.
Okay.
That was very exciting for me because this was all me. I wasn't under a record label anymore, and I formed my own team. It was just so exciting. That was one of the most exciting times of my life.
Super.
Yes.
We'll come back and talk about that and how empowering it is and all of that. But I know that you're very involved in a lot of activities, not activities that's in a sense of just work, but things that are empowering, so you have your high school drive that you do for the high school. Is it just high school girls or high school students generally?
It started out with just the females in secondary school, and then the boys were complaining that MzVee doesn't come to them. So now I had to do it like a high school tour for everybody.
What's the idea for you? What's it behind the high school tour?
The high school tour initially was to empower girls to just be strong and know that they can reach for the sky, and they don't really need people to always push them. They can get up and do something for themselves. So I used to go with resource people in the industry, in different industries, and they talked to them. And there was a workshop about job opportunities and stuff like that. But then I expanded it to the guys as well. So I basically empowered the
Considering how much you didn't like high school, what was it that made you feel like I need to do this?
I was very confused in secondary school. Someone asked me recently, so what did you want to be growing up? And I kept telling the person that I had no idea what I wanted to be. All this you're seeing now, MzVee, I stumbled upon. It's a blessing I stumbled upon. Up until I met Richie, I had no idea what I wanted to do because there was nobody to talk to me and maybe kind of find out where my strengths are and sort of lead me in that direction. So I decided, you know what, let me do this for other students, other kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
The music career, when did it begin? As far as you can remember, when did it really start?
It really, really started when I went solo. So 2014. That's when it really started. But I started officially 2012.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was with D3?
Yeah, with my girl group, yeah.
Okay. How was the girl group, though? Tell us about that. I know you lasted for about a year, so tell us about that.
It was fun. I mean, I knew one of them from secondary school, Samira Buhari, Nadia Buhari's little sister.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was easy. It was fun. You always had a shoulder to lean on when you're scared for a show and things like that. So it was definitely fun, yeah.
But you were confident to go solo?
I wasn't.
Okay. You know something? D3, let's go back and do some memories from D3.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we'll come back and we'll play D3 in just a little bit.
Okay.
Now, let's talk a little bit. I want to dwell a little bit more on D3. There are many groups, you know, so girl groups, guy groups, and all of that. Ghana, across the world, we see it all the time. And when we're growing up, especially between, let's say, like teenage years and early youth, you see that a lot of young groups come up and all that. Why do these groups typically, in your opinion, why don't they generally not last? What's it about the trend? There's a few that have lasted.
Yeah.
You know, you will see that they started in their youth and they are grown up and they are old, but they are still doing it.
Yeah. Shout outs to R2Bs. They've been together for the longest time. They're still working together, so that's amazing. It's tough because it's different personalities coming together to work, and everybody has an idea. But in my case, with the girl group, it was young girls, 16, 17, 18. We had school, and at a point, one of them had to travel, so it was just very messy. So it couldn't.
So maybe it's just a transitioning period of your life where you haven't decided everything yet. So maybe the decisions that have to come later sort of throw you throw the band apart and all that. Okay, let's take a look at something from D3.
Yeah. Woo! Good girls gone bad. Diamond on the track.
Is that what? Yeah. Whatever, man.
You know our names, right? Diamond on the track. You know our names, right? Diamond on the track.
Is that what? Yeah. Whatever, man.
All right. So you clearly, there was a smile on your face that was infectious as you watched that. Tell us about how you feel. How does it make you feel?
It was friends in a group. It was so exciting. It was fun. I mean, we always fight as girls. So, there were the petty quarrels. But at the end of the day, we had such a good time. We gossiped a lot. That was really great. And, I mean, it was just fun. Yeah, it was fun.
Super. Okay, so I was looking through your discography. Oh, my goodness. You have done a lot of work.
I try.
Do you write every song you sing?
I never used to write my music. I was always involved in the writing process because my thing was to lay down like a good melody, but I never finished the writing. So, yeah.
Okay. did you? Okay, so but when you're going to sing a song that you're not fully involved, how much trust you have to have that it's going to be good? Or it's going to be good for you.
Yeah, me, if I connect to a song, it's very easy for me to like act out someone's emotions. To make it make sense.
Yours,
so yeah, it wasn't too tough. No, it wasn't. No.
All right. So let's come to the beginning of Lynx Entertainment. What was the journey like? Okay, so first of all, you said you met Richie.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about that, and then the impact in the early days. You know, going solo, hitting, or virtually like hitting Ghana in a splash.
Yeah.
Like almost overnight. MzVee has become a household name.
Yeah.
Tell us about those first few months and years.
Okay, so I met Richie in 2012.
Okay.
And I followed Samira to the studio because she wanted to create the band.
Okay.
So I went with her, and then she said, "This is Vera Richie." And you know, the funny thing is, I never listened to music growing up. So honestly speaking, when we got to the studio, I sang. And I saw 3 huge men sitting down, and they loved my voice. And then when we were leaving, I asked them, I said, "So who's Richie? Oh my God, was Richie in there?" Because I'd heard the music, but I never used to watch TV or anything.
Yeah.
And then she pointed out a picture. It's like, wow, Richie was this very calm, cool, very quiet guy.
Yeah.
And he makes a lot of jokes, so, but very talented. And he knows how to groom an artist. So that was like how the journey started. Voice training, performance training, recording, testing my voice in different ways. And we did like 2 or 3 shows, and then the group went dead. And then Richie said, "You know, V, you can still do this. Why don't you stay on and then keep going?" And I wanted to quit, but I also thought about how my mom went to fight at home for me about this whole music thing, because my dad was not trying to let me do the music. So I didn't want to disappoint her either. So that made me also continue. And then from there, my first song was with Zio of VVIP.
Okay.
That song, I didn't even know it blew.
Was that Boko Boko?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't even know it was big until we went on some show one day. I don't remember if it was Nima or somewhere. And I performed, and people started singing. They started shouting the chorus. I was like,
I like the bit where, you know, you do the song really well in the video, but then all of a sudden there's this moment where he just raises his hands and says, "Yeah."
I know.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my goodness, you know, I think it's an amazing song with an amazing video to go with it.
Thank you.
But I'm still feeling the whole nostalgia thing. I want to do a little bit more nostalgia.
Okay.
Let's watch another video. How much time?
Sing your version for us, I don't please. No.
House party. By the girls in the place, we never leave. The hammer time. Take control. You know what me for do with my waist, so I do it slow motion. I go low, low. Them boys, them a chase for my pum pums for no man. See this place getting hotter, hotter. Magic in the air, Harry Potter, Potter. I'm a kid, so I'm back to the matter, matter. So I open and close, scatter, scatter. Sexy girls, we are bring it on. I'm a twist, I'm a waist, I'm a turn you on. And we keep it going until the man. And we keep getting naughty onto the side. Oh no, here we go. Ramadan is here, you know. It's a holiday, school is closed. It's time to party. Ramadan in the Ghana. Ramadan in the Gambia. Ramadan in the Niger. It's Ramadan in all countries. Yeah. House party. Watch me
All right. Enough of the nostalgia. Let's get into it.
Thank you, God.
How does that make you feel, though?
For that video, I wanted to just dig a hole and enter the ground because I remember how I felt. I was so shy on set. There were like all these people watching me, and I was still getting out of my shell, so that was tough. But it was still fun at the end of the day. Yeah.
All right. Boko Boko, when it came out, and at what point did you realize that, my goodness, this music thing is real now? I mean, it's like what they call, so they say celebrity. It's like you're beginning to feel this thing now. When did that hit you?
Can I be honest? I never have really felt. I mean, I was just enjoying what I did. I don't know about the extra things that came with it. I just really had.
You're having fun.
A good time, yeah.
But when you go to places, don't you find that around that time, you know, you're releasing your songs, or almost every couple of months, a new song comes out and all that. Sometimes people literally throng you when you show up.
Oh yeah.
Okay. How did that make you feel?
I didn't like it at all. Like I said, from a very, very, very quiet life.
It just wasn't you.
It was, no, I couldn't stand it. Like there were times I would be really mad I have to go out because I know I'm going to get that reaction from people. But at a point I came to understand it was just love, and people loved me and loved what I did, and so I should show it back to them. So
you have 3 albums to your name.
Yeah. Davi, Revelation, and Verified.
Yeah. Let's walk through the 3. Verified is the first one. Revelation is the first one. What was the process of creating that? What was that like?
It was all written by different writers. My job was to get in the studio and sing my heart out, and that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, and luckily, Lynx has everything in place. So my job was just studio time and training, and then they handled everything else. Yeah.
Verified. Same thing.
Same.
Okay.
But the one that I felt very close to was Davi.
Okay.
Because this one took me back home. Even the album cover was very traditional, and I had one of my favorite songs there on it, Davi. And it was a really beautiful album.
Tell us about that particular song. You wrote that yourself?
That song was written by Kwame Eugene.
Okay.
But before he wrote that song, I had to sit with him to tell him about my life and my experiences, my happy times, my bad times. And this genius just sat down and put that all in 3 minutes writing. And yeah, I sang it. Yeah.
How do you feel every time you hear that song? Not you singing or performing it, but you're hearing it, hearing yourself. That out-of-body experience where you're singing, you know it's you, but you're hearing yourself.
Honestly, I'm so used to it, it doesn't move me. Maybe the first time I heard my voice recorded, I didn't know what to do to myself. That was epic. But I'm so used to it now. I don't have any feeling
epic in what kind of way?
It was so strange hearing my voice recorded. I don't know. I don't know if that's happened to you before. Yeah, it was really strange. It was exciting. It was really exciting. But the thing about this song is when I'm really like chill and I'm listening to it, I could get emotional. Yeah.
The last I counted, you've been nominated for, I don't know, maybe 30 times. I mean, there's so many nominations that you've received. What does that do for you? To know that there's such recognition.
I mean, it solidifies my place here, and it tells me I'm working really hard, because there are honestly maybe millions of artists here in this country, and to be recognized as one of the best, that's amazing. Yeah.
Okay, so any interest outside of music?
Yeah, recently cooking.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've shocked it's the lockdown. No, the lockdown forced me to start doing a lot of things.
Got into other things.
Yeah.
What is it about cooking though?
I never liked cooking. I could cook, but it wasn't a thing I enjoyed.
Yeah.
But then the lockdown was very stressful. You know, you couldn't go anywhere, and it took my mind off a lot of things. So, yeah, it became a bit of a fun thing to me.
If I was to name a country in the world, a place that you feel most relaxed, most like at ease? You're not being judged, you're not being questioned, you're just yourself.
Yeah.
One country.
I'd say Denmark.
Denmark?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Now, some questions are coming in. Right. So, question here says, what's your relationship with some of the ministers in Ghana? Can we say you're into politics? Because you were spotted with Zaneto Jiman Rawlings during her primaries, and she was also at your birthday party.
She is like a big sister to me. I really admire her. It has nothing to do with politics. I just feel like she's a really strong woman in this male-dominated industry, and I really look up to her in that way. Yeah.
Okay. But no politics for you?
No politics.
Not even in the future?
I'm not hard like that.
You're not hard like that? Yeah. Okay, so I have a couple more. This one is, okay, so I think this question has probably been answered already. Please ask MzVee about Samira Buhari, and the other one, I'm in Kumasi. This is Shadrach Lincoln in Kumasi. Yeah, so I think we talked about that earlier on. You mentioned them. Yeah. Okay, so Baby.
Yeah.
Tell us about Baby.
Baby is my new song. I absolutely love this song because it's a love song. Love is one of the biggest things in this world, love and hate. And I choose to sing about love. So it's for the lovers out there. And yeah, show someone you appreciate them through Baby. Yeah.
Pets.
Sorry?
Pets. You have any?
Yeah, I have a dog and a cat.
A dog and a cat.
Yeah.
You know, somebody asked me to ask you about a cat. One of your most, I think I'll probably say he's probably one of your most trusted friends. Maybe.
Really?
He's an Asofo too.
Oh, is it Bishop Oku? Oh.
He says I should ask you a question.
Okay.
He says, how safe is that cat, considering that you are ever?
Ever since I got this cat, everyone feels like it's going to land in some soup. But I'm sorry to disappoint you guys.
You love the cat?
I love my cat.
What's the cat's name?
Mariah.
Oh, wow.
Mariah Carey.
Okay. A singing cat too.
Yeah.
All right. So, I understand the whole emotion about love, you know, and writing that song Baby and all of that.
Yeah.
What about you personally? Is that a song that is part of your life story, maybe?
No. I mean, I've been in love before. I'm not sure if I understood it well enough
at that time,
but I think I do now. But this is just a love song in general for everybody to enjoy, so it doesn't have anything to do with me in particular.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi there. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends.
This is Breakfast Daily on Citi TV.
Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10. Join us for breakfast daily, only on Citi TV.